Yeah, we can do a moment of silence for him too. Or a moment of silence.
Absolutely.
Come on, 3 weeks ago. Borrow a pen? Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you for letting us know.
I didn't want to send it out in an email.
I think that's why I thought it was today.
I was supposed to go, my trip was, the original trip was canceled due to civil unrest where it's going.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
kidnappings.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to that's a good reason.
Smart.
Shoot me an email and just let me know the dates, just so I can dial them in. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, everybody, it is 6 o'clock. Somebody to call to order the regular meeting of the Woodstock Planning Board for October 16th, 2025. Are there any updates
There
today?
are not.
We have the minutes from September 18th. If everybody is okay, I'd like to accept the motion to approve them.
Second.
So moved. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're gonna go through our, on the scheduled business, we're gonna keep open a public hearing for Route 111 or 1105 Route 28, which if anybody's out there, that happens to be for the proposed new gas station across from Stewart's. And we're keeping it open, waiting for some information. Is there anybody out there in the audience for that? No, any calls or nothing? All right, well, the public hearing will remain open. Okay, we have some sketch plan reviews. The first one, hope I can get this name right, but it's Nagaguchi,
So it's
And
Will
Shalom.
Wallace, but he's not here.
not here.
So, let's go on to the second one.
Yeah, all right. The second
Yes.
one is Chris Maxwell, which is a sketch plan review of the wetlands and watercourse permit application for repairs and addition to existing dwelling in the registered area in the zoning district at 564 Xena Road. Woodstock.
I am Jess Walker, his architect. Chris, couldn't make it tonight, for apologies. Email again.
The email?
Yeah.
Digital profile? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Jeff, you want to tell the board what you're proposing?
This is an old single family right on the Sawkill, probably all.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that this has had a bunch of wetlands and watercourse permits through the years, a lot of history here. Take it over, Jess.
We are proposing to build basically a dining room on the stream side of the property. It's within the setbacks of the stream, so we're asking for a setback permit, but other than that, it's out of the flood zone. And it's a fairly small addition, so there are no issues with the setback from the road.
Her question, Jess, is could that be done anyway to stay out of the 100-foot level?
No, the entire house is in the 100 foot.
I remember that.
They're
I had the
extremely
other
close to the
question.
stream, and even for Irene, it didn't come up onto the patio.
Yeah.
So they were just blessed with just the right.
Oh, it's still steep right down to there. Yeah.
So Butch has no issue with it, we're not concerned about flooding. And it's fairly modest addition to a little house that started out as a goat farm for the farm across the road. And it's slowly been built on over the years.
I remember the last time we were here for this, it was a little shed or something. So I guess just the main thing is silt fence.
Okay,
Is there space, do you have
Yes.
room without,
yes, you can, there's photographs of
just
that.
so that stuff doesn't go down back to the creek?
Sure, that's not a problem at all. Photographs of that.
Here comes Judy, hi Judy.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, it's fairly flat, right, we're building, and it's got surrounded that, so that's.
Exactly where it is.
It's pretty close to
Make
where
that curve.
John Joy, it's pretty close to John Joy, right, it's that wild curve, right
Got the
past.
basketball.
And there's
field
there's a wood fence,
and
there's
basketball.
a big wood fence, and the building's behind the fence. It's hard to see.
It's like
but-
10 feet from the road, it's
Yeah.
very close.
Very close to doors, and when you drive past it, literally what you see is the basketball. hoop.
They have a beautiful, beautiful view inside, it's amazing, they're right on the stream, they can see Thorn Preserve across, it's really quite a remarkable place.
What are they doing, Maxwell?
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing an extension of the building, but, you know, they're in the 100-foot buffer, but the whole, everything's in the 100-foot buffer right up there.
Yep.
They've been before us a few times. Anybody, members of the board have questions? Yeah, if you're familiar with it, it is quite a steep drop down the creek, so it's not as if the creek's are affected.
Can I have a little history on this? What was the 2012 project?
The shed or something.
I believe it was for this edition, which is the master bedroom.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, so they had a trailer there for a long time, right?
They have a number of little buildings on the
A
site,
shed.
I think they've added over the years, but yeah, the notable one is this modern-ish edition, which will be upgrading as well.
Yeah, it seems like there was two little sheds, 2012, 2013. First here in 2009, so. Due diligence,
Did you send this
We were both on the board at that point.
and I gave you a paper underneath you, because you always ask me, but I do something.
Anybody have questions?
Are you gonna be taking down more trees too?
We're really only know it's stuff that.
Are you gonna extend the patio then again?
Nobody said any
Question
questions?
in front of the modern part or the old part?
The old part. Yeah, right here. Which there's structural issues there anyway, which need to be remediated.
No, it's on the cheat sheet.
Nothing else with lighting or plumbing or anything like that?
Yeah, but I also did leave a piece of paper too.
Yeah, very good. So we just need a little more space on the ground floor, need more light in it.
Is it a two-story addition?
It's a two-story addition, but only move ground floors out of it. So we're trying to bring light into the second floor
Oh, you're,
with a balcony
oh, I see, you don't.
Yeah. and like more light down to the first floor.
Yeah, just I was there, as long as you get a silt fence in there, just, you know, for the excavation. Process. You're close to the edge there.
Do you want to waive, and then we can put in the resolution, still fence requirement, since prior,
I mean,
prior
it's pretty
history?
normal silt fence, I mean.
Yeah,
it's not-
absolutely.
It's not anything
Just
abnormal.
make a motion for me, Peter.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that we waive further review and put in the resolution that a silt fence will be installed along the top of the bank.
Second.
Planning board members? Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
I'll have that ready for the next meeting, the resolution, okay?
That's good.
Will,
It's just-
your turn.
Good.
Okay, we're gonna do Raymond and Lever.
Nope, we're gonna go back
Go back to
to,
the first one, okay.
we're gonna make it easy. This
Neither-
is Will Wallace, and he's the
neither would
representative.
And Charlene Ma, and this is wetlands and watercourse permit for a sketch plan review of a wetlands and watercourse permit application to replace culverts and alter width to access road within a regulated area in the archive zoning district located on Mulberry Lane in Messina. And if you'd like to tell the board what you're proposing to.
Well, basically, we have a shared driveway, obviously now called Mulberry Lane. The road currently is about 14 feet at a main culvert. And we want to basically we have to put underground electric over the culvert, so we have to raise it a little bit. And so it's gonna widen it a little bit. So basically a couple feet on each side.
Okay, I don't know if you got the, I did look at the plans online.
Right, from Peak Engineering.
Yeah, and it was quite inclusive. The only thing that I noticed was that she had Nadine had a note saying disturbance. It didn't really say disturbance in the wetland buffer, it just said disturbance. So I'm assuming those are the numbers for disturbance in the wetland buffer.
Right.
So our town code requires, well, here's the second thing. The state DEC timed out over 45 days and Brian couldn't make a decision. So that puts it back to Woodstock. Woodstock has a wetland watercourse. So DEC does not take jurisdiction, Woodstock does. So under our code, the square footage that you're impacting on the buffer, we need to replace somewhere. So I don't know what your total square footage was. It wasn't a lot, but whatever that is, we need to take that square footage and put it somewhere where it does good, protecting the wetland. I noticed you had that one finger that went way up into the map.
Yeah,
That's not so critical.
I guess, yeah, maybe this might help you understand a little more. There's already a pre-existing road. So, the majority of it is not really affected.
Right, we're only talking about what you're,
Yeah, a couple
The area
feet.
of disturbance.
Yeah, the area disturbance is only like a couple feet, so,
I saw the numbers, I can't.
yeah, it's, I mean, I think the numbers were like way overestimated.
So if you
Yeah.
can,
On the plans, if Nadine could just take an area and replace whatever the area of disturbance, I can talk to her.
Right.
If you want, but that's what the board needs to see.
And when you say replace, what do you mean? exactly?
to include it in the buffer area,
Okay,
to add, to how many square foot you're impacting the buffer, to add that much more to the buffer, hopefully in the most appropriate place.
okay, I see.
Where it's
It's to
protected.
protect the
Where we-
wetland,
where
it's
we
like
can,
replacing what you're
yeah.
using,
Right,
and then it's like keeping it protected.
I get it now.
So the
Okay.
code.
So if you're gonna take away from the
Here,
buffer,
where
add
I-
to the buffer.
Where
Right.
my little cursor is moving. I don't know what's going on with that pull down, that's from you, Chris, it's not on my computer.
Yes, that lane.
Me either, I must have hit it, sorry.
Right,
It's
yeah,
that
so,
little
so if we're taking
right place
it
here.
right along the shared driveway, we can then maybe replace it perpendicularly in the, in the owner's, land.
I would
Like
suggest
closer towards
somewhere,
their house.
somewhere that's close to where there's existing wetland, because otherwise it's just kind of sitting out there in the middle of nowhere.
Right, yeah,
Because you've got a fair amount of wetland.
yeah,
Yes, our town code, we have a no net loss of wetlands and wetland buffers, so we have to make that.
that's no problem, I think, because we have, each, owner has so much land already.
Yeah.
It won't even be noticed.
Any other questions from the board? Does anybody need to see a full set of plans to look at this? I mean, the subdivision was already done. That's,
Right, this just came up with the DC and with the road. which was pre-existing, we just hope that.
Just turn it on.
Do you wanna see the plans? Jesus.
So that's what we see, that's not necessarily what a delineator would see.
Right, yeah.
Right.
But it was delineated before,
Oh,
they
yeah,
had it delineated.
one more thing to add. The map, I looked it over pretty carefully, I did not see, there's supposed to be a note of who delineated it and when.
Mike Nowicki,
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
needs to be on the map,
okay,
So
so when we
make sure-
file that map,
right, I think it was on the survey,
it might have been, I didn't know.
yeah,
If
I
you
think it
just-
was on the site plan that buried it. I think Mike's went into the
Okay.
site plan that buried it,
maybe
but
he
just
didn't,
make sure that this is in that Mike signs off on this plan.
right, okay,
Board members, questions? All right, so if you guys can just do that, we'll,
Get
we're
that to
done.
me.
okay,
I mean, you don't have to come back before it, you can just give them a list of the,
Okay,
the plan with Michael Nowicki's, signature
and the buffer extended.
and the buffer, okay.
okay, so then we're waiving then if we see that, right? That's what you're saying?
Right.
Okay,
Okay,
okay. All right, we'll work together to get what you need, and I'll make sure this Peter looks it over and make sure it has everything you need, and
okay,
All right,
we won't hold you up.
thank you,
say hi to Nadine for me.
I will, have a good evening.
Okay, we are now back to
Easy one. You can read this.
Raymond Lafayette and John Katz, and this is planning board case 25-1238. This is a sketch plan review of the subdivision application for a lot line division of 2 parcels by transferring 5 acres in the R5 scenic overlay zoning district located at Charlie Road in Mount Tremor. Hey, there he is. All right, please tell the board. What you
Yes,
doing?
Rick. It's a very, it's a 2 complicated pieces of property, and what we're proposing to do is pretty simple. The map sort of overcomplicates things a little bit. It's almost easier to just look at the tax map here. These are the 2 properties that
If
are
you
in.
look at it up on, the wall, you see that also.
Yeah, so
You don't point, yeah.
those are the 2 properties that are involved. And what we're doing is getting rid of this line, extending this line to here. So this property here is gonna get this little piece.
Mhm.
That's the sum total of what we're doing.
How big is
Considering
that
that
piece?
little neck.
5.887 acres.
Yeah.
I got
So this, you're gonna get rid of this little neck,
Yes.
you.
which is a silly.
They're almost cleaning it up.
Connecting those 2 things.
So it's kind of a lot line deletion and a lot line addition at once.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. And these 2 sheets are what's necessary to legally describe everything, but it's pretty mind-numbing stuff.
The only,
If that's
there's no more,
sufficient.
there's no proposed building, correct?
No.
Because I know there was a creek on there, but if we're not doing any building.
There's no proposed buildings. In fact, Katz, they own a whole bunch of adjacent properties.
Right.
And
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware, the only plans they have at the moment is just to make this transfer.
All right.
Where's the road access to that? Mount Savines extension? Oh, it's Carl.
It's all
I see.
Carl, yeah.
Of course, the last question always is, this new lot line will not interfere with the well or the septic or anything.
No.
Well, where's the access gonna be for the back part? I mean, I can see that the Carl Road thing goes right. to the new-
There is, there's a right of way that comes off of Carl Road, comes through this property. The right of way, even though this section of the property is changing ownership, the right of way is attached to the land, so it flows through regardless of
There's
the
quite a lot of
transfer.
wetlands in that area where the road goes.
And they also, through their ownership of a bunch of these adjacent properties, they also have road frontage on that.
On Abbey Road, drive or
Yeah.
driveway or one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't turned on the ownership for all of those pieces.
They're all in the like different names, it's all in the family, but you know, have people these days without us.
But as long as they have the right way, then it's
Yeah.
legal lots.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is a lot line revision, not a subdivision, so they were already established.
Well, I just wanted to make
Sure,
sure that it was
perfect.
there, because it would have been isolated if it didn't have that.
Hey, board.
All right, pretty straightforward, board members, okay with this proposal?
Yep, yep.
All right, they own both properties, so it's not affecting anybody else.
Well, it's two
Correct.
separate,
It's
it's
two
Raymond
s-
Levere and
two
Joanna
different
Patch, two
people.
separate.
Two different people.
two different parties.
Right, but they're the only ones involved,
Correct.
so I'm trying to debate whether we need a public hearing.
Got it.
We don't need a public hearing, if
That's
there's nobody else
the way that.
involved. Okay, so we'll waive a public hearing.
Okay, Peter just made a motion to waive public hearing, do I hear a second?
Second.
Perfect. All right, I'll have a resolution ready for them for next meeting,
Awesome.
but I'll send the lows.
Thank you.
Thanks, Colin, it's always nice to see you.
You know, I usually say this till after, so you don't think I'm trying to schmooze to get away with anything, but it's rare these days. I go to a lot of different planning boards for planning boards to recognize small things as small things. So thank you.
Thanks, Colin.
Thanks.
Let me,
Okay,
It's me.
we're flying through this,
Yeah.
okay.
Do I have
Next
my
case.
voice here? Probably, if I can use them. Cast them on the screen.
this is Fox or something.
Oh, okay.
Here, we'll get them. That's right now, in case anybody's on it.
Okay, so this is a sketch plan review of the wetlands and water course permit application to reconstruct driveway access within a regulated area off of Cooper's Lake Road.
Okay, so these are the two lands I've been on. 13 and 3/4 acre. Kind of road that was built in 2003 based on the permit, which is passing over this stream and already has it over there. And it's over the right of way, so this is the location of the road. But major part of the wetland is here in the lower section. We are not going through the wetland, we are going over the stream mainly. And the proposal house is outside of the buffer area, 100 feet buffer area. And the delineation was done by Michael, yeah. So, our request is to just use the road, so just repair it. It was not ever used, I believe. It was used before the kind of putting the road in as a logging road. And when they somehow finished the road, they didn't use it, and it's there.
Okay, you're before us for a wetlands and water course permit, so what is the?
This is, again, the permit was not closed ever at the time, so it was done, but when we said, okay, we want to use this road, the city planning or Department of Building said that you cannot use it because the permit was not closed ever, so you have to apply for the new permit to refinish or repair this road. When we said, okay, what is the process? They said, okay, because it is passing over one stream, you have to come through the planning board to get the permit of repairing existing road through this kind of process.
Which document is that? I'm looking, I don't know which one I'm looking at here.
Is there anyone else using that road? Is there another house nearby? Does
Again, it's
anyone
a-
else use that road? Does anyone else use that road?
No, I legally or technically or
Or
practically.
both? Or both?
These guys, they have their own access, And she owns this land too, and this land too. So they have right of way as part of the right of way, which is a common right of way for all of these properties, right? But technically, they won't use it.
They won't use it or they're not using
They are not using it at the time because they have another
To
access
the one.
through this
it?
neck
Well,
here.
they-
Plans
okay,
PDF.
So, do we know if they're not using it, or you're saying that they're not using it? Because they may very well be
Search
using
for,
it.
Right now, it's not being used, so it's just
Their last
full of
name.
the kind of fallen trees
So
and
this is 199
So-
Cooper Lake.
up to here is being
I searched
used
for
by
Sarah.
this property here. So if I
Yeah.
may show you.
Well, I can't figure it out, I don't know which.
Can we borrow these from her?
Sure. There's another one.
Yeah, we can get one more.
Yeah, I did identify it.
I'm just trying to figure where they are.
So again,
Yeah, they are as well.
We're in the village where ours-
these are the two pieces of land.
Where's Cooper Lake Road?
This is the Cooper Lake Road.
Okay, so this is Cooper Lake Road, and on the,
Can you
on
borrow
the
one?
planning board, it's like 190.
lake going?
Where's Lake? Here, here's a pen, purple.
Lake, the Cooper Lake,
No,
Lake
Lake
Hill.
Hill, Lake
Lake
Hill.
Hill. I don't know what is the.
Where's the
lake.
Wittenberg?
It's just up on Racetrack
If
Road.
you look at it up there, I
Is
don't
the
know,
Wittenberg?
I can
Yes,
see
it's
which
over
road
there.
comes
So
across.
then like-
That's Racetrack Road down below there, just above Racetrack.
So again,
This is Cooper Lake?
this is Cooper Lake.
Okay.
This is maybe
Yeah,
another
you're the
call
highlighter?
or
Yeah, so
highlighter.
here's purple.
highlight-
Oh,
maybe.
highlighted, the yellow one
Hi-
would be gray.
Where's the, where's Cooper Lake Road?
Okay, that's
Okay,
here.
it's Cooper Lake.
Okay, so,
So you're way,
So our right of way is passing through this piece of land, this piece of land, and this piece of land, these three pieces of
so are these, all these three pieces of land owned by the same person?
land. No,
so they're all separate houses.
So they're all
these
separate houses?
are one piece of land and they use the beginning of the road, they use this area.
Okay,
So from here it goes to
Then this
this,
is another,
no, these are just 10. This is our proposal 10 points.
okay, so who owns this?
Uh,
Another person?
so let me use another color.
Her, pink,
Pink.
then purple.
This and this is being the same person.
So this
And
is the
where's
same
that?
person as this person?
I can tell you who it
and
is.
so where's their,
Now,
That's
where
the-
you're looking.
so where's their driveway?
That's their driver. Using this,
Okay, they have their own site.
they have their own separate driver. I think they applied previously for another house here or something like that, but it was way into this kind of wetland area, it didn't go that far. But they have their own driver.
So,
Now, do we have their own driveway on the map, or are you saying they have their own driveway? This is very
this is
confusing.
it.
This is here,
If
this
we
is
got
here.
a see, maybe able to
This is here.
see it on the,
the driveway. goes
on the
to Cooper Lake.
aerial, if I know which
Yeah, but we
map.
don't know if this driveway is actually being used. We don't know if this is the access that they're being used. We're being told that this is the driveway. but
We
it's
have-
not.
We have the survey also here, if I can.
Guys, if you look up there, looks like there's a road here, is that what you're talking about?
No. So again, this is the Airbnb or bed and breakfast fast that has the access through this neck.
So that's the
Yes,
Airbnb.
there's a-
Then a bed and breakfast or something.
Okay,
There's
so
a
that's
flag.
correct.
And this is the part that is shared between us and
25 acres.
201, I think, Cooper Lake, something like that, or 199 Cooper Lake. So up to here is shared. From here goes through these trees, from the back goes through the end.
Wow, to this property,
Yeah,
okay.
So where's the culvert?
there is one culvert is here over this stream.
I will tell
And that's the
you
one you have to
what-
replace?
We are not replacing.
You
It's
just-
just, it's
Fixing it?
function. No, we're just going over it. See, we are not touching anything. We are just finishing the road.
Okay.
So, two questions. You're not replacing the culvert.
I have pictures of the culvert here, if I may. So this is the existing culvert. Which is
Oh, I see.
here. And there is one small culvert in this
I see
small
where
stream
this
in the
goes.
back. This is not a stream, it's just a
Goes
water
along
run,
here,
storm water.
and I
So
guess up that way.
this is the main stream that goes down and it's a kind of it has 30-inch
So
culvert.
there's two culverts.
That's a-
This is one culvert here, one culvert here, in that end. Again, this is very seasonal. I think we haven't seen any water, that much of water this year because of this. But this is a major stream that
Not too
you see
bad.
on all of the maps, even have a small track of this happening.
It's
So-
not terribly steep in there, I just turned on the contours and they're not.
So
No.
basically,
So you're just gonna widen the road, but you're not gonna change the culvert?
We are not, why, this is around, this is just for one house. The culvert
Single
is
family.
already 14 feet. The width of the culvert and road is 14 feet. We are just using it as is.
So I
It's-
don't understand why we need a water course permit if you're not,
And
Effective.
that was my question
I
from
think
you.
it's within the buffer.
huh?
I think they're within the buffer or the wetland.
But if you're not doing anything,
We are just repairing the road.
Reconstruct driveway access for a single family house, it's how it goes. from there.
so that you're allowed to do, you're allowed to improve a driveway.
So the question, they would think for the apartment building or people that are stuck there was that because we didn't close this permit, we don't see it as a kind of official road. Even though that it was fully done at the time. So these are the photos of the road. This is the existing road. Again, it's covered with some trees, but it already has about 2 feet of material everywhere. So it was
I
done.
think you guys started to do it right, and then the building department came in.
We are started to just cleaning them.
Right,
We
right.
just
And then I
started
think
to
someone
cleaning the
complained.
trees from the road. Then they came and said, okay, because you are cleaning in the area of the wetlands, you should stop. And it's now 3 months.
It still doesn't answer my question, is that if you're not replacing the culvert, you're not. I mean, in other words, you have to get a DEC permit to replace the culvert, if it's a DEC.
No, we are not touching any
Pretty much
culvert.
probably is.
We are not touching any culvert. The culvert is there, 13-inch culvert is very clean.
And if you're not
Functional.
exceeding, if you're not widening the road any more than it is, then you're not going into the buffer any more than it already is.
Why is he here?
Is the house there?
That's.
The house is our design. If
So who
it's
told
in the
you-
very,
The house is already built.
Butch referred them here.
it's a design.
Who told you you have to come to planning board?
Butch,
Butch,
zoning enforcement.
Why?
Why, exactly?
No, there's got to be a reason why.
So maybe
okay?
he's not,
Butch
they're gonna,
doesn't
maybe
do
Butch
things.
thinks they're gonna replace the culvert.
Or maybe Butch saw that there was something else going on there,
Right.
okay, because Butch, I know Butch now at this moment in time, so
So-
even though
I'm
we're
wondering
saying,
if
no,
really
we need to
seriously,
find out
wetlands,
from-"
water course, what's going on?
Exactly, I don't think it's as cut and dry as this, and I think we need to talk to Butch, and I think that it would only be fair to talk to the people who own the properties around there, because Butch doesn't do that.
So first we talk to Butch and find out why he referred it.
Okay,
That's what she said.
Yeah, but she said and talk to the neighbors and that.
Well,
that
well,
depends
not
on
the
Butch's
neighbors, but what I said is have
So-
a public hearing, because, you know, we were also, we don't know really what was done, like, I had somebody who said that I needed to maintain a road, and all of a sudden I was told I needed to maintain a road, and when I went back to my deed, I was told in the deed, when it was sold to me, that the road didn't need to be maintained, but this guy was saying I needed to maintain the road. And so there are other things that go on in this other than just somebody's. So I think that it involves a little bit more.
okay.
Okay, so I
So-
would say Butch and a public
you know what
hearing.
else I would say? Reach out to Mike Nowicki and have him write a letter to the planning board, because I know he came out. I know he did work for you, and have maybe like his professional opinion to the board of like, what's going on.
I can do that. So all of
Right,
the
board,
kind
I
of
mean,
flag.
we know Mike Nowicki, we know his work,
So what should he say?
just explain to us what's going on.
Okay.
You see, because to give a wetlands and water course permit for a stream crossing, we have to go through DEC. And if you're not changing, if you're not crossing the stream, then we're not affecting them.
In which case, why did Butch send it?
Right.
Are you
but-
crossing
So
the
then,
stream?
I think that there was, again, the bed and breakfast lady, who owns that bed and breakfast, was the one that called the city to stop us.
Are you going through a stream?
No,
It's just,
But you might have a good point, maybe Butch sees an issue with
We
the
have to
road.
know-
that
right,
We
I-
have to know
Yeah.
why he referred it.
yeah.
For a wetlands and
I
water
don't know
course.
why.
I
Which
don't
does, because
know
it
if
doesn't do
anybody
that.
has visited our site, but again, we asked for him to come over and watch with us, and we haven't
Well,
got any chance to have anybody on the site to see the condition, existing condition, but again, we,
the issue is that Butch is the building inspector, but in this case here, it needs a wetlands and water course inspector to give us what it is that they wanna present to us.
so if Mike writes that the road is, again, the plan is passing using the existing road, nothing else. We are not adding, because it's right of way, we cannot move it around. So
Are
we
you
are
reshaling the road? Like, what's your plans to do to the road?
resharing.
Okay, so I just,
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
trying to
allowed-
build
you're
more
allowed
here.
to- You're allowed to do that.
I'm just trying to dig a little deeper.
And the other issue that you guys are bringing up about the driveway is illegal, it's not really a question for the planning board. How to get in and out of their lot it's an existing lot, we're not creating the lot.
No, this is not yesterday your road, this was used as logging road for several
No, that
years.
doesn't-
Right, but this
That doesn't
lot,
mean that
this
it's
lot
right away
is-
is legal.
this lot has access to this road, that's the access, right?
Yeah. And this was the right of way from the
I mean,
beginning.
I didn't read the deed or anything, I don't know what the deed said, but if the deed gives you access to that road, but the subdivision's done. So we're not looking at the subdivision,
No, the right of way is right of way that it was there.
I don't doubt it. I agree with you guys, let's ask Butch to get a little clearer what he wants.
Because it may be something very simple, or it may be something that isn't obvious to us.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
We need to know.
and if it needs to be somehow, we need more kind of explanation from Mike. He went there.
I would do that, I would,
Did you say that the bed and breakfast place had an issue with the road being used?
So they don't want to start the construction or anything there because they think that even though that we are far from there, for example, their place is somewhere around here. We are around 1,500 feet away.
Okay.
They think that our noise might interfere with their business over that area
During a time of construction.
during the time of construction. And that was the reason that, so the first thing that I did after.
There's gotta be more to it than that, because, I mean, just that should not have triggered this review.
Well,
Do you have a comment regarding this? Obviously, you care something about what's going on here. You do not. Okay,
Were they allowed to speak? No, I thought they could only speak if they can.
yeah.
I understand.
No,
Just
maybe
ask
somebody-
questions, You're gonna see a lot of head shake.
It's there.
Are
So,
you a neighbor? Okay, they are a neighbor,
Okay.
planning board.
I mean, I think we need to see all the legal documents about this right away and all that, and is there a,
Planning board, do you wanna let the neighbors speak?
if they want to. Are you the bed and breakfast? No.
I'm the right of way.
You're the what?
I'm the
Right.
easement.
We have
You're the easement.
met, this survey work came out of my office. It wasn't
Why,
my project,
You
but I'm
wanna
pretty
come up?
familiar with it. If I ask for permission from the applicant to add
Sure,
a couple
please.
things, is you okay with that?
Well, we have Rita coming up.
Yeah, good. Absolutely.
One of the merrier.
what's your name?
Jennifer Tango.
Jennifer,
Tango, TANNENBA.
yes, and what's your address?
201 and 199.
201 and
Where's that on
199
this map?
Cooper.
it's here.
We're the easement.
Okay,
You're the property that cut
You're
it
the easement
through.
for this part of the road.
so please tell the board,
So
just,
Colin, what was your input, Colin?
Just that the right of ways are solid. They were
Yes,
somewhat
there-
complex, but we went through them with a fine tooth comb, and not only are they solid, but we also staked them out in the field, so the location was
Yeah,
clear.
there are
for everyone.
stakes in my property, but that's not the point. The point is that there was the letter written to my husband and I, and also to Carol Wandry, who's the next door neighbor that also has property going parallel, saying, my wife and I are building this vacation home. We can't wait to be your neighbors, and I personally don't believe, because Iman is the second person.
No,
What is your
I
name?
mean,
Sorry?
I
mean, came with another gentleman, and the gentleman said, we are a group that is coming to build. And I asked if you were gonna live there, and he said, I don't know, we might live here, we're a group, we're collecting money, we built a house. This was not a vacation home for you and your wife. I don't know why you're building the house, I certainly don't think it's a vacation house. This is beautiful, this is wetlands, there are streams, there are trout. You came, you didn't have a permit, I can show you pictures, you pulled out enormous beautiful spruce trees, you still left them there, right? Is that correct? Are they still at the bottom of my property? They're still there, right? You never called us, you said you would call us, right? If you ever came to our property. I'm trying to be honest.
no,
They were just there, there was never a permit. The spruce trees that are uprooted are still there.
So-
The road is an old, there will have to be so much construction, which I understand, if you wanna build this big, beautiful, massive B&B or whatever it is you're building, but I wish you would just be honest with what it is you're building. Because I don't believe this is a little vacation home for you and your wife.
But let me ask Colin a question, because what's before us is the wetlands of watercourse permit. So Colin, you know the driveway. Do you think that we're gonna have to replace the culvert, or is there something about that culvert that is gonna take a lot of work?
Driveway with
It's sort of, I would describe
Come
that
on.
drive sort of as a remnant drive at this point. I mean, it's clear where it is, and it's clear that it was built reasonably well, but there's lots of fallen trees across it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's gotta be moved, and it needs decent top coating, but it's nothing that's gonna involve replacing the.
So it's not just a matter of putting gravel down the road.
No, God, no, this is not like.
Okay, so
But all the work that needs to be done to it can be done at, you know, within the width of.
Staying within the
existing-
14 feet.
Yeah,
When was the easement given?
This was an easement that went back to, Merck,
Prior to your
what was Merck,
Man, you have to understand, the use is not the question. The
Yeah.
use of the property is not the question, it's to happen, that's not the issue. The issue is whether we have a wetlands and watercourse permit the issue or not.
We were just trying to figure out what was really going on, so thank you for your help, but we gotta continue.
here, go.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and check with Wood and see what's going on there.
Please, get more information.
I don't, it sounds like you're sort of moving away from involving Nowicki. I don't think there's much he can bring to the table, because he can only speak what's there, not what may happen. So I think the Butch thing
If the
for
subdivision
sure.
is legal, which it
Right.
apparently is.
Yeah.
It had to have access,
Right,
so the access,
and it did, it's just
Presumably,
in
it's
sort of
legal.
a state of
and if it's
disrepair,
not
but
a
it
good
can be
repair, they
repaired.
have a right to repair it.
All right, well, we'll check with the building department and just see, specifically what he thinks that we're addressing.
I remember when the guys from my office went out to stake out the right of way, and I wished them luck. I said, when you start staking that stuff up, you're gonna get some hornets flying around. Rightly so, I'm not unsympathetic to the neighbors aspect, but
So Butch might think it's gonna take some equipment getting in there or whatever. We'll see, we'll ask Butch,
You go from
I
there.
mean, because we've had other cases where we've had existing culverts and logging roads going over it, and if they didn't change the culvert, we didn't have to do anything. culvert's already there. So, all right,
So we'll be in touch.
Okay.
We're gonna get some more information and I'll let you know. Thank you, neighbors, we do appreciate your
I'm
being
sorry.
here.
No,
We
no.
technically don't entertain public comment until a public hearing, but because of the confusion, I thought maybe it was shed light, but this is a neighbor kind of dispute more than a wetlands and water course permit
It's
issue.
not even a neighbor dispute, it really isn't.
Thank you.
hey, thanks Colin for shedding a little light on that.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, check.
Any other questions for me?
No, we'll solve that one.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get to the bottom of
We'll
it.
dig into it.
And then you'll
Thank
hear
you.
from us.
Thank you.
When need anything, you'll hear from us.
Thank you.
From Melissa.
Alrighty, so, in response to, we have a draft resolution for, mountain pools.
Yep, you just need to make a resolution. You wanna make you wanna make the motion?
Well, I'll make the motion, because I've never done the motion before.
Jeannie, make the motion. You can read it right as it is there. Guys, listen to Jeannie, she's making a
I'm making the
motion.
motion for the first time. Okay, I make a motion that we approve the draft resolution for mountain pools, what is that?
On behalf
On behalf of 257 Tinker Street, Tinker Realty LLC. I can SPR.
of number 25-01298. Do I hear a second?
Second.
And,
Second, third, and
aye.
Okay,
Okay,
just so you wanna know the technicality of it, the chair is not supposed to make the motions.
Right.
Right,
Other people are supposed to make.
right. And she had it in here for me to do it, but,
I'm glad,
she-
I liked it, it's like I feel like I'm growing up a little.
I love
Okay, I put on the agenda something for tonight that just came up from a complete street. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. They want to eliminate parking in the center of town there across from the green from,
Right in front of my store,
huh?
right in front of my store.
Yeah.
Wanna eliminate
So they want to eliminate all that parking
From Allison's all the way up to, house.
to the bus
Up
stop.
to where the bus stop is.
Why?
Whoa.
Because
What
they
is it?
wanna widen the sidewalk, probably out of bike lane eventually.
Excuse me, who's gonna widen the sidewalk?
I think the state of New York, because they own,
The town built those sidewalks.
well, the
Yeah,
town.
but it's the state.
Who's, wait
It
a
took
minute.
me 10 years of owning that building to finally learn the story. I own 5 feet of the sidewalk in front of my building. The state owns 5 feet to the road from there. And then the state owns Tinker Street.
Right.
So the state is finally going to step up and redo their half of the sidewalk, meaning we probably have to pitch in to do our half of the sidewalk. Meaning I could literally just shovel 5 feet and stop if I wanted to be that mean of a person, but I don't do that. But my neighbor does. But you know, that's the thing. So now they want to extend the sidewalk even further out and probably create a bike lane. And it's all part of this whole new streets thing. My issue is it's film festival weekend. And not only did they just remove 10 parking spots during the film festival, but they put these ugly cones in and it just looks terrible. It's like this beautiful like autumn town you come to for the film festival. It looks like a construction site. I'm like,
Yeah,
Did
so
you not have done this weekend? That's like, or any weekend. Not done.
James, who the hell did it?
I believe the town.
town. So the reason I bring it up to the board right now is, does the board want to make an opinion on this and send it to the town board? Do we-
What is the involvement of the?
So they're doing a
Green
trial.
Streets Committee?
They're doing a trial run of this for a week. Is it a week? I think it's a week.
I
I don't know what the trial run means. The trial run means, oh, how much do you hate not having the parking here?
Whoa. Why did they do this without involving the planning board? Why? That's insane.
I knew nothing about it.
But who's the who? Is it the Complete Streets Committee? Is it the town? Is it the DOT? Who's?
Yeah, who's who? It's just a perfect question.
I don't know, I heard it from.
I just woke up to Combs and screaming on Facebook, that's all I said.
I heard it from Jamie Mauer, who suggested that we contact the town with our opinion. I just don't know what the board's opinion is. I personally don't know whether it's good or bad.
I don't have enough information to have an opinion.
We want to make the center of the downtown area, which is my amusement, is downtown Woodstock right there. More like like you go to New York City, you go to like the areas of like 14th Street and Broadway or Times Square and Broadway, more of a plaza-y kind of area with a very minimal like through of cars going through and no parking. Like no cars.
Tinker
Like
Street is
walling
a
in. It's a
main-
nice idea. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's a main
Yeah.
fairway from
Yeah.
two
But
twelve or three
I think the
seventy-five
issue
to
is,
Bearsville.
We need to have one conversation at a time.
so the issue is
Having a conversation.
that for a lot of people, in terms of there being like 3 restaurants there and 2 galleries, in terms of like, to pull up and drop somebody off who is limited to be able to get
Like
into
me.
a place. Yeah, exactly.
Like I can't go to Allison's.
And you need to, so I'm not sure how they're handling that. And also, I don't know what's going on with the UPS delivery space, which is also right in front of my store too. I presume they're still using it. If they're not, there's 4 UPS now. I have to push carts from, right, 2 blocks right now, which will be like if they even give me my boxes. So I'm not sure how that's working. I didn't get to see it, but I'll ask my hand. But
Well, how about we see a suggestion that we ask Complete Streets to give us the plan?
yeah, I mean, the plan's looking pro, but also there's this talk that it also means they're gonna take down all the trees.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that comes from a source that's very tree historic.
Pro.
But I know there is a couple trees that do have to come down because they are actually.
I still
grass.
wanna know who they is.
Bingo, it's a perfect question.
It's
Who
the-
the hell is
It's the
saying?
streets committee / I guess, New York State.
The other thing that I have to ask, okay, for one second,
Go ahead,
okay.
please.
There's an American Disability Act, okay? What you're doing is that you are making whatever is in the middle of that street, because of the nature of that street, and where the parking lots are, and where the streets turn off, you're making that now not accessible to people with handicaps.
Well, they'll argue that there's keeping the 2 spots right behind the bus, which are designated as handicapped. Those 2 spots are open. But that doesn't
In front
quite.
of house, do you?
That doesn't quite solve the problem for people who wanna go to like Allison's or
Absolutely.
Sharpies or 9, because you tend to wanna just pull up and let somebody get out. Now, obviously, where cars are parked there, it's a immediate thing, you can't just.
Or else I have to walk from the parking lot in the back.
Right.
On Tannery Brook Road, which is dangerous. And it's a long walk for me, and Allison loses my business because I can't do that.
So to me, the big question is the Complete Streets, or even the town board of Woodstock can't decide what's gonna go there. It's the state that decides that.
Yes,
It's their road.
the town will always say.
Anything we've
this
ever
is the
done
state's
on
business.
212, the state decides.
Because all the arguing about sandwich signs, all the arguing about
Yeah,
snow removal, all the argument about all that, they pass it back and forth to each other.
because if you,
They tell us we don't know what in front of our buildings, and they say, you can't put, you have to shovel your own walk. It's like, why am I shoveling my own walk? I don't know, like, what the heck? So it's like this endless back and forth, like, he said, she said, it's like.
if you remember in front of the Playhouse, when we did the Woodstock Commons, the DEC, they didn't take all that bushes down. They didn't take it all, rip it all out, and nobody wanted to do that, but the DEC, that's,
Yeah.
not DEC, I'm sorry, the state,
State.
DEC.
DOT.
DOT. So, I don't know how this is getting to where it is.
I'm wondering, like, does the town board know that this even went on for the trial run?
Well, they must have put the cones out there.
Well, I
Somebody
have
put
no
the cones.
idea,
They put the guns on.
but that's what I have no idea, I heard
I
nothing
find
about
that
this.
It just, to me, it just looks so ugly. It's like, there isn't a plaza there now. It's just like this empty strip of asphalt with cones on them. Why in the world?
I don't even know
And
where
what's
to
the trial
begin.
run for? What's that gonna do? People are like, gonna go walk in the street in that area around the cones and be like, oh, how lovely. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
So the cones are to prevent people from parking.
Yeah, you can't park it. And so, but But there's nothing there, there's no sidewalk there, there's no plaza.
What about
there's no
people
bike
who
lane.
pay for parking?
So I don't understand.
What about
the trial
people
run
who
is
pay
even mean.
$900 a space for parking? Like,
I know.
I throw a fit because of that.
I don't know.
I just,
I had to purchase parking. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah.
Well, now that we're aware of it, does the planning board wanna take any action? Do you wanna write a
How
letter
about can we
to
get
the
the
town
funds out of
board?
it by tomorrow?
I
so
think
that
we
get
ought,
the
we
parking?
ought to ask for someone to come before us to explain what is being done and what kind of plan is involved in doing this.
so do we?
I would also
complete
recommend that
streets?
if they don't wanna get near or above, they pick up her phone and call the town board. They might wanna just get those funds out of the weekend, because it's just.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with that, you know, that no one's gonna listen to me tomorrow, but
Mm.
should I,
So let's write to Complete Streets, whoever they are, or
I'll
the town
figure it
board.
out, yep.
Is Grace,
And
is
ask
Grace still sharing that, or is it all different people?
And ask them.
I think I'm gonna say there's been concerns brought to the planning board, and we wanna know what's going on. Can
Right,
you
we don't
please?
understand what a
get
trial
in
run,
touch and
what does
present
a trial
to
run
us?
mean? There's nothing there to trial, other than you don't get to have parking. It's like, there's no plaza there. There's
So
no-
I will
Trial
open
run.
communication.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
Of how annoying this will be to lose those parking spaces, that's what the problem is. That's
Or
what I
maybe
think,
they
the-
wanna
that's what I think the answer.
Get her pissed off. Okay,
But
so,
I just don't, I think October is one of the worst months you could expect this, because it's one of the top, like, tourist seasons
yeah,
of like
parking
the
is,
most lovely town in the
town is
Catskills.
so busy.
It's just like, oh my God.
Well,
Yeah, I just try to get rid of them by tomorrow. I mean, I'll write the bill myself, but I'm just like,
Put
just-
'em-
That's, I have no, I've heard
somebody
nothing
who
about
owns
any of this.
phones.
I didn't notice while I was driving up, but then I don't.
You probably thought it was a temporary thing by Con Edison or
I
something.
said,
I don't know, you know,
All
why.
of them, all the work,
Absolutely.
probably all the road work.
So why don't you just pick up all these cones and put them in your back room?
Why not? You know what, you know what?
You might get
I
arrested.
have two of the crabbiest neighbors in Tinker Street. If I talk to my two crabby neighbors, I bet they'll be like, let's go.
Can you call me tomorrow so we can talk, so what, if you find out any more information, just before I go in blazing, but I have a little bit more information if you get anything.
Yeah, I just think it'd be really
Please.
great if they were gone down tomorrow, because it's gonna be a crazy busy weekend.
I agree. It sounds, it sounds.
Why not let some people park there? It's
I mean,
just having an empty
festival,
spot.
there's so many people here right now, this is the
It's
busiest
crazy.
weekend I've ever
Put
had.
them there.
We don't know.
People who don't like movies.
Well, I think the two places to ask are Bill's office and the highway department.
Yeah, department.
The highway department, yeah.
It's just,
But why would they be returning of doing the work on that, like, that?
I mean, the thing is, eventually it's gonna happen. It's huge, and it's gonna happen right in the middle of the summer, I'll tell you that. We're gonna do this huge construction industry. Or reading the whole industry. And we did.
But we know that they're gonna redo the road.
I'm sure it'll be July.
Next year?
They always say like,
Always
oh,
do
well, let's
that.
have meetings and listen to the businesses about when we wanna do this, and we all go, March, April, you know. Then
It's
they,
gonna be next year.
I think it's gonna probably start, it was supposed to start right last year.
I mean, they've been talking about
Been
this
talking about
for a
For
while.
2 years since I came on the board.
And we all want better sidewalks, nobody's saying no to better sidewalks. It's just
What
like,
about sidewalks and other?
my neighbor just spent about like $10,000 redoing sidewalk for the Taco Line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not gonna be Taco Line, anymore,
When
and
is it gonna be?
it's gonna be not fade away, is moving there. They're gutting the whole building,
Sorry,
the
who?
whole front of,
Not
the
fade
whole
away.
front, oh, you know what, just wait for the design.
I
commission
don't know
to
that,
do
I
this.
can't.
The
hear
whole front of the
what that
building is gonna be solid glass.
Oh, my.
I did not understand what you said. What is the name of the business?
Does that go to CCD?
What is the name of the business?
That's crazy.
It's not to fade away, it's the
Ticket
great,
stop.
the original Grateful Dead t-shirt sellers
Oh,
had that store forever.
Oh.
It's moved around 3
I
times.
don't know.
Because the Indian
I don't
restaurant,
pay attention
the Indian
to
restaurant
TV
company takes over the
stores.
entire bottom of that building. That there, the Nirvana, what's it called?
Nirvana.
Nirvana. And, so they're pushing out.
Oh, Nirvana's expanding?
Mhm.
I hope they do something about the acoustics. Because they've lost my business. I can't. have a
Oh,
conversation.
yes, no.
Tell them that. they're-
I will, I will.
You should say, hey, you've been working on it, keep in mind.
I
Christina's
have,
like
like,
that,
I
too.
love the food. I hate the acoustics.
Christina made one like that.
So all of them. Albus.
Lay it proper down.
Albus has good acoustics.
Anyways. All right, I'll try to write the bills. Same thing.
All right, so we're gonna try to look into this.
I'm gonna try to look into this.
Because too many people walk away.
I had no idea.
That's the worst part. I mean, that's the idea.
What I'm
They
saying.
have to redo that whole bridge. Make it wider.
At least they could do the other areas.
I think the
Well,
whole
they have
plan
to think about the whole
is,
town.
they want a
and
sidewalk to
not
go
all-
all the way from town to there. That's the big.
Yeah, that's what I.
I'm not against it.
That's great.
And they're gonna
but
do
the
sidewalks
side
all the way out.
streets Really need something too, because people walk,
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the whole thing, you know?
Right in the middle of it.
It's
There's
so
still
dangerous.
sidewalk has been discussed in this town for close to 50 years.
Oh, tell me about it. But we were about to redo our sidewalk when all of a sudden this new town thing showed up. And so we're like, well, we're not gonna spend $10,000 to fix our sidewalk. And then I see somebody with a jackhammer out there
Of course.
10 minutes later from the state of New York, jackhammering it up.
What I don't understand is that when the DOT redid the road from the center of town all the way down to, Playoff, before they did that, my survey company had to locate every single thing all the way down so the plans could get, go through the whole process.
Sure.
Nobody surveyed this part yet, so I don't know,
I don't
I don't know.
I don't know what we're doing a test run for when there's nothing on the horizon, how this is gonna happen. Yeah.
I
Other
mean,
than
that took years from when we did the topo, when they dug the streets up
Yeah.
and didn't replace the water line. 150-year-old water lines, wide open, and they
I know.
covered them up.
I know, I was like, so that means what, 10 more years to do all this again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rip it all up
This sort of-
again.
It's called planning.
And that was the one we had like 20 meetings of all the town businesses that were gonna
Yeah.
started in April. Then got pushed to mid-April, then to May 1st. You know when they started? The week after Memorial Day weekend. And it stretched all the way to past Labor Day. And it was Mirabelowski who literally called. Bill just said, if you don't open Tinker Street before my festival, you'll never have another film festival in Woodstock again. And it was open as they Such a mess.
Oh, boy. All right.
So October 30th is our next meeting. It's a workshop. I'm just gonna do a quick run through of some things that I learned recently. We want to do a moment of silence for Stuart.
All right.
Hold on.
Okay,
She
yeah, go ahead.
Stuart looked at us.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sir. Oh, my.
Actually, Judy's services are tomorrow at 11 at the Jewish congregation.
You probably got something in the mail when you're lost in that community. If you're on that email.
I thought I was caught up with my email and I haven't.
Yeah, it's on that, and then they're meeting at his house after 4 o'clock tomorrow. After the village. And it's also virtual.
All right, folks, motion for adjournment,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Perfect.
Anyone going up this stage will not.
Oh, yes, John needs a ride.
I need a ride.
If anybody can give it to